Have you ever sat quietly, maybe while drinking your morning tea, and suddenly asked yourself, why am I not where I thought I would be by now? Or maybe you've looked at someone else living your dream life and wondered, what do they know that I don't? Do dreams really come true? Or are they just stories we tell ourselves before reality takes over? Let's take a small example. A young boy once wanted to become a musician. He didn't have a piano, no teacher, and no one believed in him. But every night, he drew a keyboard on paper and practiced with his fingers. Years later, he became a famous composer. Why? Because he didn't just dream. He stayed with his dream every single day without fail. Welcome to Wisdom Woven. This is the place where ancient wisdom meets your modern dreams. In this journey, you'll explore how Buddhism, yes, the same teachings that have guided monks and seekers for thousands of years, can help you complete your own dream. But before we dive deeper, here's something honest. There's so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribed. That's heartbreaking. If you're learning something, getting inspired, or even just enjoying the vibe, then please like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. Now, let's talk about what really matters, your dream. Most people think a dream is something big, far away, something you only get lucky to achieve. But in Buddhism, a dream isn't just a wish, it's a calling from the deeper self. The Buddha never said to dream big, but he taught how to walk with purpose, one mindful step at a time. In this part, we'll understand why dreams fade, not because they're impossible, but because we lose clarity. We give up too early. We attach our dreams to ego, to fear, to pressure. But the Buddhist path shows another way, a calm, focused, and compassionate path. Are you ready to walk that path? Let's begin. Seed of intention, clarifying what you truly desire. Sit down, take a breath, let go. Again, breathe in slowly. Now let go. Good. We begin not by running, but by being still. Because to walk the path to your dream, you must know what you are walking toward, not what others expect from you. Not what looks beautiful on the outside, but what calls to you from deep inside, silently, like a whisper from your soul. That is your true dream. Most people never ask the right question. They ask, how do I become rich? They ask, how do I get famous? They ask, how can I be the best? But the real question is this: what do I truly want to give myself to? In Buddhism, we call this right intention. Right intention is not about the goal, but about the direction. It is not about what you chase, but why you walk. Let me tell you a short story. There once was a young monk who wanted to become enlightened quickly. He asked the master, how long will it take if I study every day? The master said, 10 years. The monk replied, and what if I work harder, twice as much? The master said, then 20 years. The monk was confused. Why would it take longer if I try harder? The master smiled and said, because when one eye is on the goal, you have only one eye left to walk the path. This is how dreams are destroyed. By rushing, by comparing, by trying too hard. To truly complete your dream, you must first plant the right seed. This seed is intention. It is quiet. It does not shout. It does not compete. It is born from clarity. How do you find it? Simple. Ask yourself 3 questions. What makes my heart feel light, even when it is hard? What would I still do even if I failed 100 times? What makes me forget time, fear, and ego? Sit with these questions. Don't rush the answer. Let them settle in your belly like warm tea. You will feel the answer more than think it. It will not scream. It will whisper. That is your seed. In Buddhism, the Buddha taught about samma-sankappa, right intention. It is one of the Eightfold Path. Not just wishing, but committing. Not dreaming in the clouds, but walking on the earth with your dream in your heart. Let's understand this clearly. Your dream is not something far away. It already exists in seed form. But if you don't know what kind of tree you want to grow, you'll plant the wrong seed. And no amount of sunlight or water will help the wrong tree become the right one. Look at the world. So many people chase things they don't even want. A man works 14 hours a day to earn money he never spends with joy. A woman becomes famous, only to feel more lost than before. They followed a dream, but not their own. The Zen path teaches you to start from knowing. Knowing not with your head, but your inner stillness. You're not in competition. Your dream is not late. It is waiting for you to stop running and start listening. One more story. There was once a painter in a small village. He painted every morning before the sun rose. He never showed his art to anyone. Someone asked him, "Why do you paint if no one sees it?" He said, "I don't paint to be seen. I paint because when I paint, I remember who I am." That is the power of true intention. Your dream should remember you. It should bring you back to your nature, not take you further from it. If your dream exhausts you, makes you bitter, or turns you into someone else, pause, reflect, return. In this way, right intention protects you from the traps of modern ambition. It clears the fog. It removes jealousy. It silences the noise. You walk peacefully, even if slowly, and every step feels like home. Now ask yourself, do you want to be successful or fulfilled? Do you want to be seen or truly alive? Do you want to win or awaken? Your answers will shape your dream. A clear dream does not need approval. It needs devotion. And this devotion begins with understanding what truly matters to you. In Buddhist thought, we also speak of non-attachment. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you hold the dream lightly, like a bird in your palm. You care for it, but you don't crush it with pressure. You let grow. You give it air, patience, kindness. This is the gentle way. This is the lasting way. So, dear seeker, today I don't ask you to plan. I ask you to feel. Don't chase. Seek. Listen. The dream you're meant to complete is already inside you. But it needs stillness, silence, and sincerity. Be honest. What do you truly want? Not what sounds good. Not what looks good. But what makes you feel whole. That is your seed. Plant it in your heart. Water it with kindness. Protect it from doubt. And give it sunlight every day through small, mindful actions. When the time is right, it will grow into something beautiful. Not just for you, but for the whole world. We'll walk together again in the next part. Until then, sit quietly and listen. Your dream is already speaking. Mind over mirage, recognizing illusions that block you. I'll sit down. Take a breath. Now listen carefully. You have a dream? Yes. A big one, maybe. Or maybe it's just a quiet wish inside your heart. But do you know why you haven't reached it yet? It's not because you're not smart enough. It's not because you're not lucky enough. And it's certainly not because your dream is too big. No, it's because your mind is trapped in a maze of illusions. Like a thirsty traveler chasing water in the desert, you are chasing mirages. And those mirages, they're stealing your time, your energy, your truth. Let me tell you this with love. You must learn to see what is real and what is not. Illusion 1. I need more before I start. This is one of the biggest lies the mind whispers. I need more time, more money, more skills, more support. But the truth is, you don't need more. You just need to begin. When the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree, he didn't wait to become perfect first. He sat with what he had, his pain, his confusion, his burning questions. And through that stillness, through that courage to just be, he found the truth. You have enough to begin. Today. Now. Illusion 2. Other people are ahead of me. Comparison is a poison. It looks small, but it spreads fast. You see someone achieving something you want, and your mind says, look, they're doing better. You'll never catch up. But what if I told you they're not ahead or behind? They're just walking their own path. There's a Zen saying, when you walk, just walk. Do not compare your footsteps to another. The sun does not rush to compete with the moon. Each rises at its time. You must do the same. Illusion 3. I failed, so maybe it's not for me. Oh, this one is sharp, deep. Failure hurts, doesn't it? You tried, you hoped, and it didn't work out. So your mind says, maybe this dream wasn't meant for me. But no, in Buddhism, failure is not an enemy. It's a teacher. When a potter makes a beautiful bowl, they may break 10 before one turns out right. But they don't quit. They learn from the cracks. You must learn to love the cracks. They are shaping you. Illusion 4. I don't deserve it. This is not your voice. It's the echo of past pain, maybe from parents, society, teachers, even your own past self. But listen to me now. You do deserve it. Not because you are perfect, but because you are alive. Your dream is not a reward. It is a path. And every human being has the right to walk their path with dignity. Buddhism teaches that we all have Buddha nature inside us. That means you are already whole, already worthy. You just need to see through the dust. Illusion 5. If I control everything, it will work. I'll control. The sneaky master. You plan, you overthink, you stress. You want everything to go exactly your way. But life laughs at rigid plans. In Zen we say, let go or be dragged. The river flows not because it controls the rocks, but because it moves around them. Your dream will flow when you stop gripping it too tightly. Hold it gently like a lotus flower. Nurture it, don't strangle it. Illusion 6. It's too late. Let me smile at this one. So many people say, I'm too old, or it's too late for me. Tell me, does the tree ask if it's too late to bloom? Does the sky check the calendar before it rains? Time is a human idea. Nature doesn't care for clocks. In Buddhism, every moment is a new moment, a new birth. You can begin again now, and again tomorrow, and again the next day. As long as you breathe, is never too late. Illusion 7. Once I reach my dream, I'll be happy. Oh, the most dangerous illusion of all. You chase the dream, not for the dream, but for the happiness you think it will give you. But happiness is not a destination. It is a state of being. It's not after the dream. It must walk with the dream. When Buddha spoke of nirvana, he wasn't speaking of a place. He was pointing to a state of peace within, not after. So don't postpone your joy. Laugh today. Rest today. Be kind today. That is already success. Let's look closer now. Let's say your dream is to open a small cafe. You imagine it so beautifully. Cozy lights, happy customers, good music, warm coffee. But then the illusions start. You say, I don't have the money. What if no one comes? I don't know how to manage a business. People will laugh if I fail. Maybe I should wait for the perfect time. All these thoughts, they are not the truth. They are clouds. The truth is, you love to serve. You love to create a safe space. You want to bring warmth to others. That is the seed. That is real. Everything else is illusion. The Zen Master does not say, destroy the illusion. He says, see it, bow to it, and walk past it. The more you see clearly, the less you suffer. And the less you suffer, the more energy you have to walk your dream path. How to recognize illusions. Notice repeating thoughts. If the same doubt keeps coming, pause and ask, is this real or is it fear? Breathe deeply. Illusions tighten the chest. Truth feels like space. Talk less, listen more. Often, illusions grow louder when we keep talking. Silence reveals them. Ask simple questions like, what's the next small step? Illusions hate simplicity. Spend time in nature. Illusions live in the mind. Nature brings you back to the body. The Buddha's way. The Buddha taught about Mara, the tempter, the illusion maker. Mara came to distract him, scare him, flatter him. But the Buddha did not fight. He simply said, I see you, Mara, and continued to sit in peace. You must do the same. When fear whispers, you can't. Say, I see you. When doubt screams, this is useless. Say, I see you, and keep walking. Closing thoughts. You don't need to destroy all illusions before you start walking toward your dream. Just start walking. And as you walk, you will see more clearly. And as you see clearly, you will suffer less. And as you suffer less, you will create more freely. And as you create freely, your dream will start to live. Not someday, but now. So remember, the biggest obstacle to your dream is not outside you. It is the fog in your own mind. But the light of awareness burns away fog. Step by step, breath by breath, truth by truth, you will walk through it. And I, as your old Zen friend, will remind you again and again. What you're looking for is already inside you. Now go, see through the mirage. Walk in truth, and take your dream with you. The power of right effort, doing without desperation. Sit down, take a breath. Not a heavy breath, just a normal one. Soft, like the breeze that moves the leaves but doesn't shake the tree. Now ask yourself this. Why we try so hard and still feel stuck? Why do we push and pull and force our way? And yet, the dream still feels far. Let me tell you a secret, child. It's not about effort alone. It's about right effort. Yes, effort is important. Without it, nothing happens. But wrong effort, desperate effort, will drain you, frustrate you, and make your dream feel like a burden. Let me tell you a short story. There once was a man who wanted to grow a bamboo forest. Every day, he watered the soil, waiting for something to grow. After 1 month, nothing. 2 months, nothing. 1 year, still nothing. People laughed at him. They said he was foolish. But he kept watering. And do you know what happened in the 5th year? The bamboo finally broke through the ground. And then it grew 90 feet in just 6 weeks. You see, all that time it was growing roots, deep, strong roots. The man didn't give up. His effort was patient, steady, quiet. That's right effort. Now let's look at Buddhism. The Buddha never said, don't try. He said, try in the right way. Right effort is one of the Eightfold Path teachings. It means not too tight, not too loose. Like tuning a string on an instrument, if you pull too hard, it breaks. If you don't pull enough, it's out of tune. But just the right tension, that's when the music flows. Most people make one of two mistakes. Either they don't try at all, or they try with too much fire and burn out. Desperate effort comes from fear. You're afraid you'll be left behind. You're afraid someone else will succeed before you. You're afraid time is running out. But right effort, that comes from love. Love for the path. Love for the practice. Love for the dream. Not the fame, not the money, not the results. Just the dream itself. Child, hear this clearly. Right effort is gentle, but it's not lazy. It's consistent, but not forceful. It's clear, but not obsessed. Let's go deeper. In Buddhism, there are 4 kinds of right effort. To prevent unwholesome states from arising. To let go of unwholesome states that already exist. To develop wholesome states. To maintain the wholesome states already present. Simple words, yes, but deep meaning. If you keep feeding your dream with anxiety, that's an unwholesome state. You must let it go. If you keep comparing yourself to others, that's another unwholesome state. Drop it. Instead, build habits that grow peace, grow clarity, grow silence, grow steady action. Let me give you an example. A young girl wanted to become a painter. She didn't have money for colors, so she used coffee and tea stains to paint. Every morning, she made 1 painting with whatever she had. Not 10, just 1. Every day. No ruse, no panique. After 1 year, she had 365 pieces. One day, a collector saw her work and gave her a full gallery. Did she chase it? No. She focused on the process, not the prize. Right effort is that. Showing up daily, calmly, no drama, just rhythm. You don't need to force the universe to give you results. The fruit falls when it's ripe, not before. Do you shake the tree every day? Or do you water the roots? Breathe now. Feel how your chest rises. Feel how your shoulders drop. That's how your effort should feel. Smooth, grounded, aligned. Now, let me tell you about desperation. Desperation is loud. It screams now, now, now. But the dream doesn't speak that language. It speaks in whispers. It says soon. It says, keep going. It says, be ready. There's a Zen proverb, sitting quietly, doing nothing, spring comes, and the grass grows by itself. That's not laziness. That's trust. You still plant. You still care. But you don't rush the seasons. Desperation comes when you're looking too far ahead. Right effort keeps your eyes on the next step, not the whole mountain. Many people say, I'll give my all if I know it will succeed. But right effort says, I'll give my all even if I don't know, because this is who I am. It's about your identity, child, not your outcome. You are not chasing a dream. You are becoming it. Like a tree doesn't chase the sun. It simply grows toward it. Let's repeat something important now. Right effort means effort that supports, not exhausts. Effort that moves, not pushes. Effort that flows, not fights. Do you see now? Success is not just about speed. It's about direction. Right effort helps you walk the right way, even if the world is running in another. And when you walk this way, the results come. Not when you shout, but when you're silent inside and sure in your action. Now ask yourself this. Are you forcing a dream? Or are you feeding it gently every day? Are you chasing noise? Or are you listening to truth? It's okay to rest. It's okay to go slow, but never stop. That's the key. Even the moon waxes slowly, one night at a time. Even rivers cut through rock, not with power, but with persistence. So start again today. Wake up, breathe, move one step, one page, one word, one brushstroke. That's right effort. And tomorrow do it again and again. Not because you're desperate, but because it's who you are. That's how dreams grow, child. In peace, in patience, in power, silently and surely. Letting go to move forward, attachment versus aspiration. Sit down gently, my friend. Take a deep breath. Today, we talk about something that holds more people back than failure ever could. It's not laziness. It's not lack of talent. It's attachment. Yes, attachment. You want to complete your dream, right? You want to go far, reach high, and become something great. That's beautiful. But many people are trying to move forward while dragging a heavy bag behind them. That bag is full of attachments, old memories, past mistakes, other people's opinions, fear of change, and sometimes even the dream itself in the wrong way. Let me tell you a simple story. Once, two monks were walking along a muddy path. They came across a woman who couldn't cross a stream. One monk lifted her gently and carried her across. Hours later, the second monk said, "I can't believe you touched that woman. We're not supposed to." The first monk smiled and replied, "I left her at the stream. Why are you still carrying her?" This is what most people do with their past. They carry it for miles. They carry shame, regrets, doubts, and even compliments. When someone told them, "You're not good enough," they believed it. When someone told them, "You're amazing," they got stuck in pride. Both are attachments. Both slow you down. If you want to complete your dream, you must learn the art of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean you give up your dream. No. In fact, letting go brings you closer. But you let go of the extra, the noise, the ego, the desperation. Buddhism teaches this clearly. The Buddha said, "Attachment is the root of suffering." When we cling, we suffer. When we release, we grow. There's a difference between attachment and aspiration. Listen carefully. Aspiration is like a gentle fire in your heart. It burns steadily. It warms you. It keeps you moving, but it doesn't scream or panic. Attachment, on the other hand, is a fire out of control. It burns everything, even you. Aspiration whispers, "This is where I'm going." Attachment shouts, "I must get there or I'm nothing." One comes from peace. The other comes from fear. Let's go deeper. Imagine two people climbing a mountain. The first climber says, "I must reach the top or I'm a failure. I need people to see me. I want applause. I want proof." He climbs fast, but with anger. Every step is stressful. He looks around, compares himself, and panics if someone overtakes him. The second climber says, "This mountain is my journey. I want to enjoy every step. The view from halfway is still a gift. I will keep climbing, but I will breathe too." This climber may go slower, but he reaches with peace, with joy. Who do you think feels fulfilled in the end? Many people confuse pressure with progress. They think if they're not suffering, they're not serious. But real growth is not always loud. It can be silent, calm, and beautiful. When you let go of the obsession, the fear, the noise, your dream becomes lighter. It starts to breathe. But how do we let go? Good question. Let me show you a few ways. 1. Mindfulness. Start noticing your thoughts. Just watch them like clouds. Don't judge. Don't hold on. Thoughts will come. "I'm too late. Others are better. What if I fail?" Smile at them. Let them pass. You are not your thoughts. You are the space that sees them. 2. Simplicity. Clean your physical space. A cluttered room creates a cluttered mind. Let go of things you don't use. Let go of digital noise, useless notifications, endless scrolling. Give yourself clean air to dream. 3. Forgiveness. Let go of past wounds. That person who didn't support you, that mistake you made years ago, it's done. It's over. If you keep replaying it, you're drinking poison every day. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. 4. Detachment from outcome. Work hard, but release control over the results. You may plant a seed, but the rain and sun are not yours to command. Do your best. Then let it go. This is power, not weakness. 5. Gratitude. Be thankful for where you are. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's slow, gratitude melts attachment. It reminds you that you already have enough to take one more step. You see, dreams are not heavy. We make them heavy. We decorate them with too many expectations. We hold on so tight that we choke the life out of them. A lotus blooms in muddy water, but it doesn't cling to the mud. It rises from it. You too can rise if you stop holding on to the things that weigh you down. Let's pause here. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Breathe in deeply. Now breathe out slowly. Say to yourself, I am moving forward. I don't need to carry everything. I'll let go of what no longer serves me. Say it again. Feel it. Believe it. Letting go is not loss. It's freedom. Remember, the bird flies not because it holds on, but because it lets go of the branch. Your dream is waiting. But first, you must release what's not helping you. It could be doubt. It could be a bad habit. It could be the need to prove something to others. Release it. Then walk forward. Not with force, but with ease. This is the way. This is the wisdom of letting go. And this is how you complete your dream, one light step at a time. Inner stillness, outer progress, the silent strength of focus. Sit down for a moment. Just sit. Close your eyes. Now ask yourself, when was the last time I did only one thing without my mind running in 100 different directions? This is the problem of our world today. Everyone wants to go fast, but no one knows where they are going. Everyone wants to complete their dream, but very few know how to stay still long enough to take the right steps. The truth is simple. Your progress depends on your focus. But here's the part people forget. Focus is not tension. Focus is stillness. Let me tell you a small story from a temple far away in the mountains. A young monk once asked me, Master, how can I finish all my work, train my mind, and also reach my dream? I have so many tasks, I keep getting distracted. I smiled and gave him a bowl filled to the edge with water. Walk around the temple once. Don't let a single drop spill. He did as I said. When he came back, his face was full of sweat, but the bowl was still full. I asked him, Did you notice the birds singing? He shook his head. Did you see the sunset? No, Master, he replied. Then I said, See, this is focus. You were so present with your task that the world disappeared. If you can bring that same stillness into your dream, you'll stop being distracted by every noise outside and every doubt inside. In Buddhism, this stillness is called samadhi, deep mental concentration. It's not forced. It's gentle. It flows like a river, not like a storm. And when you touch that stillness, your actions become powerful. Your energy stops leaking. You don't chase things. You attract them. Let's talk practically. Why do people fail to complete their dreams? Because they jump from one idea to another. Because they scroll when they should be creating. Because they confuse activity with progress. Focus means doing less, but doing it fully. Look at the Buddha. He sat under the Bodhi tree for 49 days. No phone, no notebook, no podcast. Just one focus to understand the nature of suffering. And from that stillness, he gained the highest wisdom. You don't need 49 days. You need one moment of honesty with yourself every day. Ask, what am I really working toward? What is stealing my focus today? What noise have I accepted as normal? Zen teaches this. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. So if your mind is too loud, full of thoughts, fears, comparisons, your dream won't survive. You will drown in the noise. But when you become still, your dream finds a place to grow. Let's take another example. Imagine trying to plant a flower in a storm. The wind will blow away the seeds. The rain will wash away the soil. The roots will never go deep. Now imagine planting that same seed in calm, still weather. The sun is soft. The soil is rich. You wait. You water it daily. Slowly it grows. That's how your dream grows, in silence. The more noise in your mind, the slower your progress. But Master, you may ask, how do I become still? My life is busy. My mind is restless. Here is how you begin. One thing at a time. Don't eat while watching videos. Don't talk while typing. Don't plan the future while walking. Just walk. Just eat. Just breathe. Set a time for silence daily. Even 10 minutes in the morning where you sit without a phone, without talking. Just observe your breath. This is meditation. Write your distractions down. Every time a thought pulls you away from your task, write it. Then return to your task. Slowly, you'll train the mind. Focus on the breath. Your breath is always in the present. It's the best tool. Whenever you feel lost, return to it. Let me remind you, focus is not something you get. It is something you return to. Your mind will wander. That's okay. Bring it back. Gently. Again and again. That's Zen. Now, here's the most beautiful part. The world outside starts changing when you become focused inside. People will say, you've become calm. Opportunities will appear because you'll start seeing clearly. Your work will feel lighter, yet your results will grow. Your dream will no longer feel far away, because every action you take will be in the right direction. In Buddhism, there's a teaching. When the archer becomes still, the arrow finds its path. You are the archer. Your dream is the arrow. Your stillness is the bowstring. Stillness does not mean doing nothing. It means doing everything with full attention. Even small things like making tea, cleaning your room, writing an email, do them with complete presence. This builds focus like a muscle. And one day, when your dream needs big focus, you'll have it ready. Let me ask you, can you give your dream 20 minutes of still, focused work today? Just 20 minutes without noise, without checking the phone, without overthinking. If yes, then you're already on the path. And if you fail, that's okay. Try again tomorrow. The key is to return again and again. Because in Zen, we don't rush. We return. And in returning, we grow. Remember, you don't need more motivation. You need more presence. You don't need more energy. You need less leakage of attention. You don't need a new dream. You need to walk silently and surely toward the one you already have. So walk slowly, breathe deeply, focus gently, and in that stillness, let your dream rise. Let it rise like the morning sun, quiet, steady, unstoppable. This is the way of inner stillness, outer progress. This is the way of Zen. Right view, right dream, aligning vision with wisdom. The Zen Master sat quietly beneath the old Bodhi tree, the sunlight filtering softly through the leaves. He looked at the gathering of seekers and said, to complete your dream, you must first see it clearly, not just in your mind's eye, but with wisdom. This clarity is called the right view. Many looked puzzled. One asked, Master, what is right view? How could a dream be right or wrong? The Master smiled gently and replied, a dream without wisdom is like a boat without a rudder. It can float, but will it reach the shore? The right view is the understanding that your dream must align with truth, with reality, and with the deeper nature of life. He continued, imagine you want to build a house. You need a strong foundation. Without it, the house will fall. The same is true for your dream. Right view is that foundation. The Master paused, then said, in Buddhism, right view is the first step on the Noble Eightfold Path. It means seeing things as they really are, not as we wish them to be. When you have this view, your dreams become clear, focused, and free from illusion. He explained further, many people chase dreams shaped by greed, pride, or fear. They want wealth to impress others or success to avoid pain. These dreams are clouds that hide the sky. They will bring suffering. But, he said, a dream born from wisdom understands that all things change. Success, failure, joy, and sorrow. Nothing is permanent. When you accept this, your dream becomes peaceful. You don't cling desperately. You flow with life's changes. The Zen Master looked around and said, tell me, what do you truly want? A young woman spoke, I want to be happy and free. Good, said the Master. Happiness is the goal of many dreams. But freedom is the key. Freedom from illusions, from desires that bind you. Right view helps you find that freedom. He shared a story. There was once a man who dreamed of a treasure hidden deep in a mountain. He searched everywhere, but found nothing. One day, an old monk told him, the treasure is not in the mountain, but in understanding yourself. The man looked within, and there he found peace, the greatest treasure. The Master smiled. Your dream must not be a chase after shadows. It must be a light that guides you inward and outward. He continued, to align your vision with wisdom, practice mindfulness. Watch your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. See what moves your heart and what clouds your mind. When you see your dream with clear eyes, he said, you can walk the path without getting lost. You know when to hold on and when to let go. You understand that obstacles are not enemies, but teachers. The Master's voice softened. Remember, right view is not about rigid rules. It is about openness, clarity, and kindness toward yourself and others. He gave a simple practice. Each morning before you begin your day, ask yourself, is my dream helping me grow? Is it kind to myself and others? Is it real or just a wish? He added, this question will keep your dream alive and pure. The Master paused, then said, now, think about your dream again. What is it made of? Is it built on the sand of illusion or the rock of wisdom? He explained, in Buddhism, we speak of the three marks of existence: impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Your dream must respect these truths. Impermanence means nothing lasts forever. Your dream will change as you change. Accept this and adapt. Suffering means life has pain and struggle. Your dream will face difficulties. Meet them with patience. Non-self means the I you think you are is not fixed. Your dream must not be about ego or selfish gain. The Master smiled. When your dream follows these truths, it becomes a path of awakening, not just achievement. He told them, many people mistake dreams for possession. They want to own things or status. But the true dream is freedom from attachment. When you attach your happiness to objects or fame, you suffer. Instead, he said, let your dream be a practice of compassion, generosity, and wisdom. Help others as you grow. Share your joy, your knowledge. He told a parable. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. So too, your dream shines brighter when it helps others. The Master looked at the listeners. Right view helps you see your dream in a larger light. It connects you to all beings. Your success becomes their success. He warned gently, without right view, dreams can blind you. You may work hard but lose yourself in pride or frustration. He added, with right view, even failure is a step forward. Each setback teaches you something new. Your dream grows stronger. The Master then shared a meditation. Sit quietly and breathe. Visualize your dream. Watch it without pushing or pulling. See its true shape. Notice if it brings peace or tension. Let go of what does not serve you. Hold on to what nourishes your heart. He concluded, your dream is not just yours. It is part of the great unfolding of life. When you align it with wisdom, you live deeply and fully. The Zen Master's eyes sparkled. Remember, right view is the light that makes your dream real. Without it, you walk in darkness. With it, your path is clear and your heart is free. Karma, inconsistency, small actions, big ripples. Let me tell you something very simple, but very deep. If you drop a single stone in a still pond, it creates many ripples. The stone is small, the water is large, but that little action moves everything. This is how your daily actions work too. You may think it's just one day, it's just one moment, but the truth is, every small action has power. This is karma. And when you repeat those actions with patience and love, that is consistency. Many people have big dreams. They want to do something great, but they often forget the power of small steps. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for big motivation. But life doesn't work like that. The sun rises every day without fail. The river flows every second, whether someone watches it or not. That is nature's consistency. And that is the secret of completing your dream. Buddha never rushed. He walked slowly. He sat under the Bodhi tree, not with stress, but with patience. He didn't say, I must become enlightened by tomorrow. He just stayed still, kept practicing, and allowed his understanding to grow day by day. And this is what we must learn, to stay consistent without being desperate. Let's look at karma for a moment. Karma simply means action. Whatever you do, think, speak, or act becomes energy. That energy doesn't disappear. It moves, it travels, and eventually it comes back to you in some form. If you plant kindness, you will get peace. If you plant anger, you'll get trouble. But here's the part people forget. Small karmas matter too. Imagine you want to build a garden. You water it once a year with a big bucket. Will anything grow? No. But if you water it every day, even with a small cup, slowly the flowers will bloom. In the same way, one honest effort, repeated with love, brings more success than big efforts done once in a while. Many seekers in the Buddha's time asked him, "How long will it take to reach peace?" And the Buddha would smile and say, "Walk every day. Don't worry about the distance. Because the truth is, if you walk a little each day, you will reach any mountain. But if you keep stopping and waiting for motivation, the dream stays a dream." One man once told me, "Master, I meditate 1 hour a day for a week, then I stop for 3 months." I said to him, "Better to meditate 10 minutes every day without missing a single day. Then it becomes a part of you." He did that, and his life changed. Your dream is not asking you for miracles. It is asking you to show up every day, even if you're tired, even if the world doesn't notice, even if nothing seems to change. Because when you keep showing up, silently, steadily, life begins to move. That is the law of karma and the magic of consistency. In Zen, we have a saying, "Chop wood, carry water." It means, do your daily work with mindfulness. Even if it seems simple or boring, do it with full attention. Why? Because those simple acts shape your soul. They make you stronger, clearer, and more peaceful. When you do your small daily tasks with love, you are not wasting time. You are building a beautiful life. Let me ask you something. Are you doing one small thing every day for your dream? If not, why not? Are you waiting for the mood to come? The truth is, moods are like clouds. They come and go. But your purpose, your dream, is like the sun. It stays, even when you don't see it. You have to become like a mountain, steady and patient. Even if storms come, even if winds blow, you remain rooted. That's what consistency means. And when your actions are guided by wisdom and kindness, your karma becomes pure. That's when magic begins. Think of a potter shaping clay. He doesn't slam the clay once and expect a beautiful pot. He turns the wheel slowly. His hands move gently. Bit by bit, the shape forms. That's what your daily actions do to your life. They shape it slowly, gently, patiently. There is a story in the Buddhist tradition about a monk who cleaned the temple steps every single morning. He was not famous. He was not a teacher. But one day a visitor came and said, "I have found the most peaceful place in the world." It was not because of the place. It was because of the monk's daily care, the energy of his consistent, loving action. That is karma. That is consistency. Today, people want fast results, fast success. But anything that grows too fast also breaks fast. A bamboo tree spends years growing roots underground before you see it rise. But when it starts growing, it shoots up so quickly, people are amazed. Why? Because it was preparing in silence. Your dream also needs roots. Those roots are built by small daily actions. You may not see progress outside, but inside, your roots are getting stronger. That's why you must not stop, even if it feels slow, even if no one claps for you. The real victory is when you stay true to your path without needing applause. Now, let's bring Buddhism closer to this. Buddha taught the Noble Eightfold Path. One part of it is right effort. This means not too hard, not too soft, like tuning a stringed instrument. If the string is too tight, it breaks. If it's too loose, it won't play. You have to find balance. That's how your actions should be. Steady, balanced, mindful. So ask yourself daily, am I doing something today for my dream? Am I speaking kindly? Am I thinking clearly? Am I acting honestly? If yes, then trust. Even if it feels small, you're on the path. The river doesn't rush, but it reaches the ocean. Buddhism is not about big words. It's about small truths. You don't need to move mountains. Just take one step today and another tomorrow. That's how the Buddha walked. That's how peace is built. That's how dreams come true. Stay with your dream. Water it daily. Be patient with your path. Keep your actions kind and your efforts consistent. One day, without warning, you will look back and see you have become the dream you once chased. That is the way. That is the truth. That is karma. And that is the quiet power of consistency. The discipline of joy, finding lightness in the climb. So you have a dream. You started walking the path. Some days feel powerful. Some days feel quiet. And some days feel like nothing is moving at all. It's in these slow, uncertain days that most people give up. Not because they aren't strong, but because they forget something very important. They forget how to enjoy the climb. Now listen closely. Discipline is not about being hard on yourself. Discipline is not shouting at yourself when you don't do enough. Discipline is not about always pushing, always grinding, always struggling. No, true discipline is joyful. That may surprise you, but think about it. Imagine a child playing in the garden. They don't need motivation. They don't ask, should I play? They don't say, I'll play only if someone claps for me. They just play. Every moment is full of joy. They are disciplined in their joy. They return to play again and again, not because they are forced, but because it fills their spirit. The same applies to your dream. The moment your dream feels like punishment, your energy will slowly die. But the moment you bring lightness to your journey, you become unstoppable. Let me tell you something from the Zen way. In Zen, we wash the same bowl every morning. We sweep the same floor again and again. We walk the same path silently. Is it boring? Not all. It is peaceful. The secret? We do it with joy, with full attention, with presence. In Buddhism, this is called samavayama, right effort. Right effort means effort that comes from peace, not pressure. So when you wake up each day to move toward your dream, don't begin with tension in your chest. Begin with a smile, a small one, even if your eyes are tired. Let joy be your fuel, not fear. Fear makes you chase the future. Joy makes you enjoy now. And if you enjoy now, you will stay consistent. And consistency, my student, is the real magic. A mountain is climbed step by step. A book is written word by word. A garden grows with water, sunshine, and patience. You cannot force a flower to bloom faster, but you can water it with joy every day. This is the way. Now you may ask, but how do I feel joy when everything feels so slow, or when nothing is working? That is the test. You must learn to find joy in the effort itself, not in the result. Imagine a dancer who dances only for applause. What happens when no one claps? They stop dancing. But a real dancer? A real dancer dances when no one is watching, because dancing is their breath, their blessing. You must become like that. Let your work be your joy. If you write, write with wonder. If you build, build with a calm mind. If you speak, speak with heart. Bring love into the doing. Now, here's something powerful the Buddha said. A disciplined mind brings happiness. Not fame, not wealth, not recognition, but a disciplined mind. What does that mean? It means when your mind is steady, not shaken by failure or praise, not hungry for rewards, not addicted to winning. Then joy appears like morning sun. You don't need to wait for results to feel fulfilled. You feel fulfilled by the doing. That is the purest form of discipline. Let me give you an example from daily life. Suppose someone is learning to play the flute. On the first day, the sound is bad. On the second day, it's still bad. 1 week later, maybe only slightly better. Now if they focus only on results, they'll feel frustrated. But if they fall in love with the feel of the flute in their hands, the way breath flows through it, the way silence and sound dance together, then every practice becomes a joy. Soon, music flows from them like water from a spring. Joy brought discipline, and discipline deepened joy. This is how dreams are completed, by bringing joy into the small steps. And here is another truth. Joy is not always loud. Sometimes joy is quiet. Joy can look like sitting alone and reading a good book. Joy can be sipping tea after working with full effort. Joy can be smiling at your own progress, even if no one else sees it. Joy can be knowing that today, you kept your promise to yourself. That is a deep joy, a real joy. So if you're building a dream, remember, don't look too far ahead. Don't chase things. Just wake up, breathe, smile, and take the next step with care. And as you walk, Carry joy in your pocket. You don't need to entertain yourself. You just need to be with yourself. Discipline becomes heavy when we carry too many things. Expectation, fear, comparison. Drop them. Walk light. Now I give you a small Zen practice. Every morning before you start your day, sit silently for 2 minutes. Put one hand on your heart. Feel your breath. Then say slowly in your mind, I choose joy. I walk with joy. I complete my dream in joy. This is not magic. This is mindfulness. This is the root of discipline. The path becomes easier when your heart is light. And here's something final I want you to remember. A dream fulfilled with stress will never feel sweet. But a dream fulfilled with joy will shine for a lifetime. Let joy be your companion. Let joy be your teacher. Let joy be your discipline. In your dream, it will slowly, surely, beautifully become your reality. Walk on. Wind out visits. Buddhist tools for inner trust. Sit down, my dear student. Let us talk about something quiet, something that slips in when you are alone, something that hides in your chest when no one is looking. It is called doubt. Everyone meets doubt, even the strongest minds, even those who seem confident and sure. Doubt comes without knocking. It whispers questions like, am I good enough? Will this ever work out? What if I fail again? Am I just wasting time chasing this dream? Ah, yes. Doubt feels heavy, like a fog that covers your path. You want to move forward, but your feet do not respond. Your heart wants to trust, but your thoughts argue back. So today, I will tell you the Buddhist way to deal with this strange guest. We do not hate doubt. We do not fight it with anger. We observe it. We understand it. And then we let it pass. Let's begin. 1. Doubt is not your enemy. In Buddhism, doubt is one of the 5 hindrances. These are 5 mental states that disturb your peace: desire, anger, laziness, restlessness, and doubt. Doubt is special. Why? Because it hides like a shadow. You cannot grab it. You cannot see it clearly, but you can feel it. When you feel stuck in life, confused, frozen, unable to decide, check within. Maybe doubt has come. But here's a secret. Doubt can also be a teacher. Yes, it shows you where your faith is weak, where your belief has cracks. It tells you, look deeper, strengthen this place. So never hate your doubt. Listen to it, then go beyond it. 2. Stop asking questions that hurt you. Do you know what the Buddha said? He said, there are questions that lead to wisdom and questions that lead to confusion. Doubt feeds on the second type. Questions that have no answer. Questions that only spin in circles. Why is this happening to me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I try and fail again? These are poison questions. They do not help you. They just make you smaller. Instead, ask this. What can I do today with full heart without fear? That question leads to action, to clarity, to life. 3. Trust grows by doing. Many people think trust comes first and then they will act. But the wise way is different. In Buddhism, we say, right action creates right faith. You do a small thing, write 1 page, take 1 step, wake up on time, and slowly your trust grows. Not because of magic, but because you're proving to yourself that you can. You don't need a big reason to trust yourself. Just give yourself a small proof every day. Even the Buddha didn't just sit and think. He walked. He tried. He made mistakes. But he kept going. That is how trust is built. Not in silence, but in small daily movement. 4. Be kind to your doubt. Let's say your doubt speaks again. It says, you'll never make it. What if people laugh at you? You're too late. Do not yell at this voice. Do not try to crush it. Instead, say gently, you again. I see you, but I will still move forward. Imagine you're walking on a road. Doubt comes and walks beside you. You don't push it away. You just say, you can walk here, but I won't stop because of you. This is the Buddhist way. Mindfulness, compassion, even for your doubt. 5. The power of silence. Sometimes, the best answer to doubt is silence. You don't have to answer every scary thought. You don't have to fix every fear. When you sit quietly, breathe in, breathe out, just notice your thoughts become soft. The storm inside you begins to calm. Try this. Every day, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Just breathe and watch your thoughts. When doubt rises, don't judge it. Just see it, like clouds floating by. This practice is called vipassana, seeing clearly, not changing anything, just seeing. With time, the doubt weakens, not because you beat it, but because you stop feeding it. 6. Right friends, right path. If you sit among people who only talk of fear, you will grow fear. But if you walk with those who believe in effort, in calm, in dreams, your doubt will lose its power. In Buddhism, we call this Sangha, your spiritual community. Even one good friend who walks the same path can change your entire journey. Look around you. Who do you listen to? Whose voice do you carry inside your head? Choose wisely. The people around you are the mirrors of your future. 7. Doubt disappears in presence. Have you noticed this? When you are completely present, watching a sunset, painting, listening to music, or walking in the rain, your doubt goes silent. Why? Because doubt lives in the past and future. It says, you failed last time, you might fail next time, but in the now, it has no voice. So practice being present. One breath, one task, one step. This is not just spiritual advice. It's a practical tool. Stay present, and doubt cannot grab you. 8. Faith does not mean certainty. Faith in Buddhism is not blind belief. It is open trust. It means saying, I don't know everything, but I believe this path has truth. I will walk with awareness and see for myself. The Buddha never asked for blind followers. He said, test my teachings like gold is tested by fire. That means your faith will grow not by avoiding doubt, but by testing, trying, walking with awareness. You don't need to be sure of everything. You just need to stay open and keep moving. 9. Even enlightened ones had doubt. Yes, even the Buddha had doubt. Before his enlightenment, he sat under the Bodhi tree and Mara, the demon of illusion, came to test him. Doubt was one of Mara's strongest weapons. But the Buddha did not run. He did not fight. He simply said, I see you, Mara. And then he kept meditating, calmly, fearlessly. This is the example for us. When doubt comes, just say, I see you, and keep going. 10. You are not alone. If you feel lost right now, confused, full of doubt, let me tell you this. You are not alone. Every dreamer has walked through doubt. Every wise soul has felt what you are feeling. What matters is not how strong you feel, but how gently you return to the path. Even if you leave it 10 times, return 11. That is enough. That is power. That is trust. Final thoughts of this part. Let your doubt visit, but do not let it live inside you. Watch it, learn from it, and then let it pass like a wind through trees. You are not your doubt. You are the one watching it. You are the one walking the path. And step by step, breath by breath, you are completing your dream. Stay quiet. Stay steady. The next step is always in front of you. And that, my student, is more than enough. The dream becomes you, living as the future self. So, you've walked far now. Many lessons behind you. Many steps already taken. But tell me, why do you still think your dream is in the future? Sit down. Be still. Listen closely. Most people think their dream is something they will get one day, when they become better, richer, more ready, more perfect. They think the dream is far away. And so, they keep chasing, running, struggling. But in this chase, they forget something very deep, very important. The dream is not in the future. The dream is you. The Buddha said, what you think, you become. This is not poetry. This is law. A law more real than gravity. If you think like someone who is lost, confused, not enough, you become that. If you think like someone who already lives their dream, not in pride, but in quiet faith, you become that too. Let's go deeper. A person who wants to be a writer waits for a big moment, a book deal, a publisher, recognition. They call themselves an aspiring writer. They wait for a stamp, a title, a success. But the Zen Master says, if you write, you are a writer. You don't wait for the world to give you the name. You become the name. You want to be calm? Then be calm today, not when life is easier. You want to be free? Then drop what's holding you now. You want to be kind? Then act kindly, even when it's hard. You become the future you dream of by being it today. This is not magic. This is clarity. Many people say, but how can I live like my future self? I don't have the success, the money, the tools, the lifestyle yet. And I say, you have the inner state. That's enough. Let me tell you a story. A young woman dreamed of being a teacher, but she had no degree, no formal place to teach. Still, every morning she prepared lessons. She taught children in her village. She studied like she was in university. She dressed like a teacher. She walked with that dignity. Years later, a school hired her, then another. Today, she trains teachers. Did the world suddenly give her the dream? No, she became the dream long before the world could see it. In Buddhism, we don't talk much about goals in the modern way. We speak about right intention and right action. When the inside is aligned, the outside slowly catches up. When your thoughts, speech, and behavior are in harmony, reality reshapes. Let's reflect on this slowly. If you want to be peaceful, stop speaking harshly. Yes, even to yourself. If you want to be creative, stop saying, I'm not ready. Just create. If you want to be confident, stop acting like a shadow. Sit straight. Walk with care. Speak with truth. Not fake. Not forced. Just present. You don't wear your future self like a costume. You wear it like your own skin. Gently. Naturally. Another deep Buddhist idea is the non-self, anatta. It doesn't mean you don't exist. It means you are not fixed. You're not stuck. You're not the same forever. So if you're not fixed, you can change. If you're not trapped, you can evolve. This is the great freedom. You are not who you were last year. You are not even who you were this morning. Right now, you can shift. Not by trying hard, but by letting go of the old identity. Let go of the thought, I can't. Let go of the image, I'm not there yet. Step into the version of you that acts with the same energy as the dream version. You will start to speak differently. Not in fake confidence, but in calm truth. You will make decisions not from fear, but from purpose. You will stop waiting for permission and start moving with peace. Let me ask you, how does your dream self act when they wake up in the morning? Do they scroll their phone? Do they complain about everything? Do they forget their deeper path? Or do they sit quietly, breathe deeply, choose their thoughts like a wise gardener picks which seeds to water? You don't need a perfect life to act like your best self. You just need presence, awareness, choice. And this is the power the Buddha gave us. The power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is not just meditation. It's remembering who you want to be, and gently bringing yourself back to that again and again. You forget? Fine. Bring yourself back. You slip? Okay. Step again. This is the middle way. Not extreme effort, not laziness, but steady walking. So how do you live the dream before it arrives? Simple. Speak from that place. Think from that place. Act from that place. And slowly, that place becomes your home. Don't worry if others don't understand. Don't worry if the results are slow. The bamboo grows underground for years before it shoots up. Your foundation is forming now. You are becoming solid. Let me tell you something quietly now, from one seeker to another. Sometimes we chase the dream because we think it will make us whole. But the real lesson is, when you feel whole, the dream comes to you. So stop chasing. Start becoming. Be slow. Be clear. Be kind to yourself. Your dream is not a thing. It is a you that is fully alive, awake, and ready to serve. Become that. And then keep becoming. Because that's the most beautiful part of it all. There's no final version of you. Only layers unfolding, like the petals of a lotus blooming quietly in still water. And that is the true dream. Completion with compassion, sharing, serving, and starting again. Sit with me for a moment. Let's take a deep breath together. In and out. Now again. In and out. You have come so far. This is the 12th step of your journey. And it is not just the last step. It is also the first of many more to come. Dreams, like rivers, do not stop at the sea. They flow into the clouds and return as rain, starting all over again. That is the way of the universe. You began with a question. How do I complete my dream? Now you are here at the end. Or shall I say, the beginning? Let me tell you something beautiful. In Buddhism, we do not see completion as a finish line. Completion is not when you get the award, the job, the money, or the attention. Completion is when your heart becomes calm. when your actions match your inner peace, when your journey helps not just you, but the world around you. That is true completion. Let me ask you something. What will you do now that you have found your path? Will you keep the wisdom only for yourself? Or will you share it gently with those who are still lost in the dark? Think of this. The candle does not lose anything by lighting another candle. In fact, it spreads more light. If your dream is now real, even a little, you must know it is not yours alone. You are part of a web, a giant field of lives connected by invisible threads. Every step you take, every word you speak, ripples outward. So let your completion be generous. Let your success be kind. Let your journey inspire others. That is the teaching. There is a silent joy in service. Look at the Bodhisattvas, those enlightened beings who choose not to escape suffering until others are free. They walk the earth quietly, helping. Their dream is the world's dream. You, too, can be like them in your own way. You don't have to wear robes or live in a monastery. You can help in simple ways. Speak gently to someone who's struggling. Smile at a stranger. Share what you've learned here with a friend. Even planting a tree, even listening without interrupting. These are dreams fulfilled in silence. Remember this always. Completion is not only what you get, it's what you give. Let's return to the breath. In and out. Let the air flow through your chest and remind you, you are alive. You have made it through the chaos, the confusion, the doubts, and the distractions. Look back for a moment. Think of how you began. Maybe you were unsure. Maybe you had too many ideas or no idea at all. Maybe you were scared that it was too late. But you showed up. You listened. You reflected. You tried. And that is no small thing. The Buddha said, drop by drop, the water pot is filled. That's how you did it. Step by step, lesson by lesson. Now, I want to remind you one more time. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. Isn't that surprising? We give so much from the heart with love and care. If this journey helped you even a little, please like the video, leave a comment so we can hear your voice. Share it with someone who needs this light. And most importantly, subscribe to Wisdom Woven. We are building a peaceful and powerful community, one that moves with wisdom and compassion. We cannot do it without you. Let's speak now of endings. In the Zen tradition, we say, when the tea is gone, wash the cup. Simple words, deep meaning. When a chapter is complete, don't cling to it. Don't hold on so tight that your fingers hurt. Let go with grace. Smile at what it taught you and move forward. Because the world needs people who can start again, calmly. Now you have a dream in your hands. Maybe it is still small. Maybe it's still growing. That is okay. Feed it with patience. Water it with practice. Protect it from the wind of doubt. And also, when the time is right, let it go. Why? Because even the dream is not the final goal. The real goal is freedom, peace, and a deep smile that arises from a quiet heart. You know, when the Buddha was dying, his last words were simple. All things change. Strive on with awareness. He didn't say be perfect. He didn't say be rich. He didn't say be famous. He said strive on with awareness. So I say this to you now, as you close this part of your journey. Strive on with kindness, with attention, with calm strength. A bird does not know how wide the sky is. A wave does not know how deep the ocean is. You do not yet know how vast your life can become. But if you keep walking with patience, with the teachings in your heart, you will discover it. You will complete your dream. And then, one day, you will help someone else complete theirs. That is the path. So now take a deep breath, smile gently, and take the next step. The dream is yours. Walk it wisely, and walk it well. This is the end of this video series, but the beginning of your real journey. Thank you for being with us. This is Wisdom Woven, where truth is shared and dreams are awakened. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, not just for us, but to grow this circle of awareness together. May you walk in peace. May your dream be true. May your life become the teaching. Until we meet again,